might think I live out here, I'm just a vagabond. Lost my mind a while back, don't know where I'm from. Must be on the alcohol, powder or the weed, but I ain't lonely, I'm just waiting for a train. Follow sounds like beating drums, a poacher for a feast. Passers by, they don't give a damn, they're content to let me be. People say I've given up, I'm worthless to the seams, but I ain't lonely, just waiting for a train. And when it comes, and when it comes, and when it comes, I won't even say goodbye. And when it comes, and when it comes, and when it comes, I'm waiting for a ride, a ride. You might think he lives out here, he's just a vagabond. He lost his mind a while back, he don't know where he's from. Must be on the alcohol, the powder or the weed, but he ain't lonely, he's just waiting for his train. And when it comes, and when it comes, and when it comes, I won't even say goodbye. And when it comes, and when it comes, and when it comes, I'm just waiting for a ride, a ride. Thank you all so much. It's good to see you. About 5 years ago, I encountered a homeless man with an old beat-up guitar down by the railroad tracks in Ventura, and I wondered, is that me? Is this life of music destined to leave me a lonesome traveler with just a guitar and the clothes on my back? What was his story? How did he get here? It's a romantic idea to think about riding the rails from town to town, always headed towards a new destination. It's a lot more romantic than destitution and defeat. The phrase, "not all who wander are lost," immediately came to mind. And it wasn't long after that that the words to this song came spilling out. And as soon as I could get to a guitar and a pad, the song was written. When it comes, I won't even say goodbye. Sometimes when your train comes, you just have to say yes and get on it, no questions asked. So it was an ode to the life of a traveler. And that's been a constant reminder to me every time I perform it, to always stay patient and always keep moving. I remember very clearly the moment that I knew I wanted to make a life of music, and playing my guitar and singing my songs. I was coming out of a pizza parlor here in Santa Barbara, a quiet little town called Isla Vista. And it was very much that light bulb moment. The switch was turned on and the door had slammed shut behind me, and there was only one way to go, and that was forward. Not that I was much concerned with going backwards. The sky wasn't a limit, it was a gateway. My folks were none too pleased with this career decision. Stay in school. So I did for a bit. But there was something I'd already said yes to in my heart, And there was no denying those big, bold letters that were etched across my being. I could think of nothing else. So I worked by day and wrote and played by night. I gigged, recorded incessantly. I fell in love with every new idea, every thought about travel, how I could reach and touch people through music, how I could explore myself, and how I could feel truly free. There's so many things that can overwhelm an artist. There's just a mountain of distractions and responsibilities and connections that we have to make every day, including keeping the channels of creation open and flowing. And this can often create a feud between the two halves of the brain, sometimes resulting in a total shutdown and massive anxiety. What am I supposed to do? You know, it's like, that's why it's so important to create a healthy tunnel vision for yourself, to block it all out. You just have to focus on one thing at a time. And most of the time, that's, for us musicians and writers, that's the music. That's the important part. That's how we get to you. And it's a skill, and like any skill, you have to practice it every day. Be good at it. Recently, I was approached to do a benefit concert for a man who had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. The unthinkable comes in so many forms, and it's impossible to imagine what it is until it hits. I agreed to do this fundraiser, and immediately after I got off the phone, I was hit with this thought. And it was the image of a string quartet playing this happy, up-tempo music on the deck of the Titanic as it sank into the frigid waters of the Atlantic. The juxtaposition of that image was so powerful, it just floored me. I was like, okay, so you're going to sing and dance and smile in the face of certain death. It's an amazing thought. If you can pull it off, yes. So about 30 minutes after I hung up the phone, I wrote this song, and it's kind of an anthem of hope, or a lighthouse in a storm, and it's a song about patience and acceptance, and laughing in the face of failure, and dancing on the deck of mortality. It's called The Water's Rising. I'll keep dancing, I'll keep rambling along, I'll just smile as the water's rising. I'll keep loving my heart, I don't care if it's hard, I'll just laugh at the water rising. Most will say just give up, there's no easy way up, it's all over, the water's rising. People say that I'm crazy, hazy, lazy, can't do it all. To them I reply, it don't matter much, 'cause I'm not afraid to fall. Got my head in the clouds, got 2 feet on the ground, I don't notice water rising. I don't make many plans, I just trust in my hands to keep bailing. Water's rising. Most will call this the end. Just go peaceful, my friend, don't you see? Water's rising. People say that I'm fading, jaded, it's over, can't do it all. Then I reply, it don't matter much, 'cause I'm not afraid to fall. I keep dancing, I keep that love in my heart, I'll just laugh at the water rising. People say that I'm crazy, hazy, lazy, can't do it all. To them I reply, it don't matter too I keep that love in my heart. I just laugh at the water rising. Thank you all so much. Well, you didn't think I was going to leave love out of the process, did you? You did. It's the main ingredient. It's the engine of the soul. It's the reason we're all here. Most of us, I assume. I'm going to leave the technical breakdowns of love to those that are more qualified to speak on it, but I will say this. The Beatles would have had a hard time breaking out if it wasn't for love. Just imagine popular music if we didn't sing about and write about love. You could wipe out every song ever made. Almost every song. We need it. We need it to live, to learn, to grow, to change. We need it to feel, to be. Now, I've contributed my fair share of heartbreak songs. I'm not going to saddle you with any of those tonight, but I'm going to leave you with a tale of true love. The day the colors come to life, and you feel that wholeness deep inside of you, and hope washes over, your nerves explode into brilliant points of light all over your body, and your endorphins erupt into a choir of blissful harmony, levitating you high above every worry you could ever have. When you fall in. And if you recall the man I spoke of earlier with the guitar and the questions, the clothes, I shouldn't have been so concerned about becoming him or his path, because I should have been concerned about my path, my dreams, and who I am. And I have, and ever since then, the colors have been astounding. I'm going to leave you with this song. It's called Black and White, and I'd like to invite my brother Josh out to play with me. Is he in? Way loud, bro. Here we are beneath the shelter, place we never thought we'd find. Tangled up, alone together, freed what I had locked inside. Let it all begin. The world explodes in color, no more black and white. Crashing in, blues and greens and reds, and no more black and white, black and white with you. Colors come alive right before my eyes. Things I I'm not missing anymore. This feeling starts to change the weather. The sun breaks through and lights the sky. All around us things look better. See you for the very first time. Let When we are older, we'll look back and smile on the day when we both took shelter from outside. Let it all begin. The world explodes in color and the waves are crashing in. No more black and white, black and white. Black and Thank you all so much.